Hi everyone, and welcome to Manifestation Mondays with River City Home Buyers. Really good topic this morning, a little bit of tough love, and I really want to dive into real and practical issue and real and practical ways to address the issue of accountability on a personal level. And I talk a lot about habits and how they're formed and how we can reform those habits that are not the best that we have, right? To bring about real, crucial, and tangible change in our personal and business lives. So, you know that I am a huge Mel Robbins fan among lots of other mentors, and last week, I kind of dove into her 5-second rule. If you didn't get to tune in last week, I'm going to just hit this real quick. 5-second rule is something that Mel Robbins and thousands of her followers have implemented and use on a daily and regular basis that has had an enormous impact on their lives and on effective habit change. So we all know that habits are automatic responses. They're behaviors and thoughts that we do automatically based on our past experiences doing these things and the reward or end result at the end of doing them, okay? So the 5-second rule is very simple. Whenever you are about to do a behavior or your mind starts going in a direction that you don't want it to, you stop and count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It triggers the front cortex of the brain. The brain expects something new to happen, and in that moment, you redirect yourself, whether it's thoughts or behaviors, actions, you redirect to the thing that you should be doing, want to be doing, okay? So that can be as simple as maybe you're answering an email that's critical and then decide to start scrolling through, or maybe something pops up and you shift over into social media and you catch yourself just kind of distracted when you know that there was an important task at hand right here that you needed to focus on. So you catch yourself, and I know that is a key. You have to be able to catch yourself. So that does require a little bit of self-awareness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and redirect. So, I also noticed that today when I was doing some of my weekly cleaning, Sundays are my cleaning and organizing day, and it's also a time that I spend in professional and personal development and get myself set up and ready for the next week. And I open up my planner and just all kinds of things. Anyhow, part of that is cleaning my house. And of course, I do a deep clean like everybody else fairly frequently. And when I do, I'm very diligent about every little area. And when it's not a deep cleaning and it's just a maintenance type level, I noticed I just kind of quickly go through certain parts of the house. And so today I was thinking about that as I was cleaning, and it triggered my mind to how many times in a week do we try to quickly bang out this task over here so that we can come back and focus on this other thing over here that we want to give more time to. And that, I think, is a habit all of us do, and it's because we're so overloaded and whatnot. But guess what? Is that really good? Because if I say, let me just blow through this real quick to get to this over here isn't getting the attention that it deserves, because I am deliberately racing through whatever this is in that moment to go give my full attention and energy to this over here. And I took that to the next level, and my mind just started going with that. And I thought, wow, this is really about holding ourselves accountable for all of our actions that we take, all of our tasks that we give attention to, and not being lazy with this task just because we want to get onto this one. Because 9 times out of 10, this one over here that I'm just gonna knock out real quick and blow through, is probably something I didn't want to do, right? Probably not my favorite, but it's something I have to do, and let's quickly get through it. There's a lot of negative that could come from blowing through this task over here. There's components of it that means I'm not really focused on and I'm not really paying attention to. And I'm almost doing this one on autopilot, even though I can't yet. But that's a dangerous ground, because what details about this piece, what other parties or people that are involved in my life are involved in the results of this task. So am I putting out the really best product at the end of whatever this is over here? And so I have to respect even the smaller tasks, even the mundane tasks, even the things that aren't my favorite, by not saying, oh, let me just knock this out and get to it. Comes right back to personal accountability again. And we do this a lot with personal things. Oh, I'm just gonna knock out a quick 15 minutes on the treadmill today because I really need to spend more time over here. So you're sacrificing one for the other. And sometimes that makes sense, to sacrifice a little bit here and there. But I think that too often we allow that to become an excuse. And when we start accepting excuses from ourselves, that's where we lack full accountability, discipline, self-discipline, and consistency. And, how many times have you been talking to a friend or a colleague, and you're talking to them about maybe an area that you kind of struggle with, or it comes up in conversation, and this particular person is actually like really, really good at this one thing, and maybe you're not so great at it. And we already know this going in, as the conversation evolves, and you hear yourself saying, yeah, I get that. Wow, that's awesome. I wish I could be like that, but I have a habit of, da-da-da-da-da. Or, yeah, I'd love to get there, but this, and this gets in my way. You're just piling on the excuses. If whatever that thing is just polite conversation, then so be it. But if whatever that thing is, whatever that accomplishment is, that the other party is doing such a better job than you are, and they're sitting here telling you how they go about that, if it's something that you really truly wish you were better at and were implementing, why would you excuse away the reasons you aren't doing it? Why not become more consistent and disciplined? Why not think about, can I implement maybe some of how he's doing this to get better at it myself? So then my mind went to accountability partners. Such a favorite topic. This is going to be a little tough love right here. So people love to utilize accountability partners when they feel that they're not being disciplined enough with themselves and their daily habits and routines. So if I want to get better at working out, going to the gym regularly, I grab an accountability partner, somebody that I know is in the gym 5 or 6 times a week. They're doing their cardio, they're doing their whatever it is, they're getting it done, and they're doing it with consistency. And I know that I'm going to be more motivated, or I should say influenced, because motivation really comes from the inside, not the outside. I'm going to be more likely to get out the door and go to that gym at least once or twice a week if I use this accountability partner to inspire me. I'm going to be more inspired. I'm going to be more, maybe I'll feel guilty. Maybe I'll feel like, oh, yep, I asked him to be my accountability partner, so now I have to do this. And that's great, except what about when that partner can't go that day? Do you still go because of your own goals, your own accountability, and your own desire to be more consistent? Or do you use it as an out? Oh, cool. That's cool, bro. I had about 85,000 other things I needed to do today anyway. So now you just pushed that aside and you're going to go do A, B, and C instead. So one of the ways we can get better at all of this, and it's a Mel Robbins philosophy also, is, and there's a lot of science to this, you got to have a strong, consistent morning routine. You got to stop hitting the snooze button. Snooze button just keeps your brain in a sleep inertia. And start your day committing to starting your day either just about early, just a little bit earlier, or if you're already somebody who gets up with the birds, but the first thing you do is grab your coffee and then maybe this and this and this, or maybe you're up with the birds every day and maybe you do a couple of things the same every day, but then you kind of let the morning happen. So here's what you can do that can really change all of that. If you're somebody who isn't getting up until about 8, I would not suggest setting an immediate goal of, oh, I'm going to get up at 5 now every day and give myself 3 extra hours, because the reality is you're probably not going to just jump from getting up at 8 to getting up at 5. You're going to hit that snooze button at 5 until it's 7 o'clock in the morning, let's face it. So let's be more realistic. And if you're getting up at 8, try getting up at 7. So you set that alarm for 7. The alarm goes off and you're just about to hit the snooze. You're going to stop. You're going to apply the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to sit up. You're going to turn that alarm off and you're going to get up out of bed. Period. Just get up out of the bed. Then you're going to immediately make your bed. It is a very critical step. There's a lot of science. It's another whole show, but a lot of reasons why you make your bed every morning. Make the bed. Go stand in front of the mirror, brush your teeth, give yourself a little high five, a virtual high five. You need to go see sunlight, okay? Also scientific. Spend a little time in some sunlight before you start putting caffeine in your body. So you walk outside, even if it's for just 2 minutes. Maybe you walk outside with the dog, maybe you walk outside by yourself, maybe you just go sit out in your garden and have a little meditation. 2-3 minutes. Then come back in and do something for your body, okay? So what can we do? Well, I can go to the gym, I can go take a walk, I can go do some resistance training if I have weights and things at home. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna turn my headphones on and I'm gonna tune into my Audible or a podcast, something that feeds my mind as well as exercising my body at the same time. I'm going to blend those together and I'm going to make that a highly productive 30 minutes of my time. And I'm really going to commit to that, okay? And I'm going to do this every single day. After that 30-minute workout with the body and mind working out together, now it's time for me to introduce some food and caffeine into my body. And this also has to do with the state that your brain and body wake up in, and that it takes at least 45 minutes to be out of that state. And if you eat or drink caffeine within that first 45-minute window, you'll actually make yourself more tired. So now you're 45 minutes into your morning. Now you go grab that coffee, a nice high protein breakfast, and then step into what you've outlined in your organizer for your day. The tasks and activities that you have planned for that day. Make sure you leave some windows open. Don't pencil everything in. Don't pencil in every minute, because things are going to happen that are going to require your attention. Like maybe that thing over here that we talked about earlier that comes up and you go, okay, let me hurry up and knock that out so I can get back to over here. This is why you leave open spaces in your schedule. So when that thing pops up, you don't stop the task that you were already committed to doing and giving that your time and respect in order to go do this extra thing. What you do instead is you then fit that extra thing down below into some of the time that you haven't booked out for your day. Or if it is an imminent thing, then you do stop doing this task, put this one down below, and put your full attention on the first. So a strong morning routine, a 5-second rule every time you catch your mind wandering, every time you catch yourself making an excuse for yourself. 5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and make that change in real time. These things are going to make all the difference in your life and in your business, and they're going to help you become the best version of yourself and the person that you want to be. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful week, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you'd like to comment, please comment either on YouTube or on social media posts where I put these. Give the feedback. Tell me how maybe some of this was an aha moment for you. Maybe there's one little tidbit that you've put into practice and you already see where it's helping, or something that you're going to try because you heard it here. Have a wonderful week, y'all.